see some snow.
Yeah, it would be nice. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlotte. I'm the trauma-informed teacher, and I am hanging around the house working on some chili tonight. I've been spending a lot of time in the kitchen lately. We're trying not to eat out as much as we used to try to control better the food that we're taking in and the ingredients in our foods. But also, I'm getting ready to make cookie boxes. It's something that I really enjoy doing. I don't get to it every year, but this Christmas, I'm just really motivated to make different types of cookies. And so I have made the sugar cookies. I'm also working on some thumbprints with different kinds of jam in them, and playing around with different flavors in some of the traditional cookies that I usually make. Like instead of putting just straight vanilla, I'm using some maple flavoring in some of my cookie dough, things like that. So I made some snowball cookies with maple in them, and I'm just enjoying being in the kitchen, just kind of something to do that I don't have to think so hard about everything that's going on. If you follow me, you know that my husband has been dealing with a lot of health issues, and I've been dealing with fibromyalgia flare-ups. It's like something that I am always trying to avoid, but when we go through periods of high stress, sometimes I have flare-ups, and his medical issues have sort of piggybacked into mine. So just trying to do things that fill my cup and are sort of mindless, like stress relief, feel good kind of activities. Cooking and baking have always done that for me. It's very homey and comfortable in our house whenever I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So I'm just here tonight, enjoying the blessing of having a nice kitchen to work in, and trying to be thankful for the good things that we do have in our life. Good morning. We have a 3-hour delay today. School was canceled for students yesterday due to a snowstorm that was coming in at like a time where transportation would be tricky. Teachers had to go in, and then today we have like spots that got up to 2 inches, but then there was like icy rain after that, so they just called a 3-hour delay to make sure that the buses were safe. I'm excited because I am going to wear one of my new Hair Eyewear toppers today. I just got these in yesterday, so figure out which ones I want. We've got the plaid, which would look pretty good with this because I've got like the olive color pants. We've got Mickey and Friends. Hold on. Why are these not? Do these not fit? They gave me the wrong size. I can't wear any of these. So they gave me the wrong size. Dang, they gave me the wrong size. So none of these are gonna fit properly. Dang, okay, see? They gave me glasses for the wrong shape. So I'm gonna have to send these back and get new ones. But anyway, here's the bookish ones, Bookish Christmas. I'm like mad because I really was looking forward to wearing these. This is probably what I would have picked for today because we're supposed to wear holiday lights today. And then we've got the ornaments, which I really like that one too. I think these are probably my favorite. Well, the Mickey and Friends is awesome too. And I was like book themed once, but I'm so disappointed that they sent me the wrong size. Dang. Okay. Well, we should go back in the box because I have to nail them back. All right, so today I'm teaching a writing, I'm just gonna change back to my other marbled ones. I'm teaching a writer's like workshop lesson, and students are gonna be learning about writing a nonfiction narrative about a moment in their lives. And we're gonna do a group one today. And then we're using imagery, which has been like a focus. We're also using point of view, which like the author's perspective on things, which has been a big focus of our unit. And it's gonna be like a project for our Unit 3 test, basically. But at the same time, I have to kind of start Unit 4 this week. So I think I'll probably do that on Wednesday. I'm gonna focus on the writing today and tomorrow. Do like a lot of shared writing today. Tomorrow, do kind of like a leading into guided practice where the students are going to be taking the list of words that they come up with or list of phrases for the imagery, and they're going to be using online thesauruses to figure out how to say them in like a stronger way. And then we will proceed with writing their rough drafts as part of like station work, and I will start Unit 4 like in groups is kind of my plan for the rest of the week. So anyway, that's what we're doing. We have to go to the store this morning to grab like some sort of wrapped candy. I wanted to do blow pops, but they're kind of pricey to do for 65 kids. So I'm looking for something that's wrapped that we can pass out to the kids easily and use as like our, we're gonna write something as from the perspective of the candy. So it should be fun, but also being able to use like a lot of imagery, sensory language in there from the experience of tasting the candy. We're gonna do that. So I don't think I'm making a lot of sense right now. Basically, there's a lesson that I've done before that's on like eating a blow pop, like the experience of eating a blow pop, but I decided to turn it into more of like the piece of candy survives somehow. And so it's going to mirror what they're going to be doing about their moment when they survived a difficult situation. And I'm going to use this as like a fun way to hook them and get them engaged in doing it. But we're still using the same planning form from our core resource so that we're staying on core basically. But I'm just adding in the supplement to make it like interesting for the kids. So that's what we're about to do today. I'm looking forward to the lesson. I'm hoping that the kids will be into it so that I can get through everything without a lot of interruptions. But the verdict is out. We only have 8 more school days until Christmas break. So, well, 7.5. It's really cold out, so I'm wearing a sweater underneath, and then I'm wearing my vest, which I might pop this off at school depending on the temperature in my classroom when I get there, which is variable. I'd set at a decent temperature, but I just don't know what to expect when I walk in the door. I'm not sure where my measuring cup went. I'm trying to start a load of laundry. Hold on. I think we're just gonna have to do it this way. Washing all of the suitcase laundry that I hadn't gotten to yet. There's the cup as soon as I open the door. Okay. Anyway, there we go. Okay. Tonight when we get home, I want to make some jam thumbprint cookies. Last night I just ran out of steam after I made the chili and I didn't get around to it, but we're gonna do it tonight. So I have on my lights. Today is lighted up day for the teachers, like our underground spirit days. Anyway, that's a little fun. Our classes are like 50 minutes today because of the 3-hour delay, and today I'm doing this fun writing, and this is what we have written so far. You could almost imagine this Christmas morning scene at the Ludoff house introduces the setting and uses some of the same language like right here as the beginning of that story. And then it goes on to describe what's going on with the characters. So that's what we're doing here. The grandkids were excitedly laughing as they stumbled down the stairs. Their shocked faces showed excitement as they saw the many gifts under the tree. The moms went back into their bedrooms to get a camera, and the kids ran straight for the tree, hoping to tear into their gifts early. And then we have dialogue. No, 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 shouted Papa Ludoff from the kitchen. Only the stockings until we have breakfast. Their shoulders slumped as they trudged over to the fireplace. The littlest grandchild, Kobe, begged, can't we please just open one? Papa Ludoff smiled and said, I think you'll find some wrapped ones in your stocking. I peeked over the top of my pink and yellow crinkly bag. So this is the Nerds cluster. So we're doing it from the point of view of the Nerds cluster, and scrunched down deeper into the stocking, hoping they wouldn't see me. I knew my sticky center and my crunchy Nerds coating would be irresistible to any normal kid, but I was really hoping to make it to January 1st. Ah, the chubby 3-year-old was coming for my stocking. He reached up and tore it down off the mantle. And then, so this is like basically where the conflict happens. So they introduced the conflict here. Candy started tumbling out onto the floor. I held on tightly, but I couldn't quite keep my grasp. My little nerd hand slipped off the bag and I fell to the floor. Click, I lay there looking up at the ceiling. In the distance, I could hear loud breathing with 4 paws patting up to me. Then 2 big eyeballs and 1 long golden furry nose peered right into my nerdy face. Slurp, a big Baxter, that's my dog, tongue licked all over my candy coating. The golden retriever inhaled a little too deeply and I caught in his throat. Patooey! He spit me out onto the floor where I rolled in a slimy puddle of slobber. So then the next class will rate the next section and the last class will finish it up. So basically that's what we're doing for examples. So the kids are having fun with it. They're really enjoying it. They like the idea of having like a writing instead of their test. I realized though that because of this, I need to change my week at a glance, because we're supposed to have one posted out in the hallway in case someone comes in to observe. They know like what we're working on and everything. So I need to change my week at a glance and see if there's any, I need to copy my vocabulary. So we do this groundwork for better vocabulary every week and I haven't run that yet. So I need to run it. And that's basically all I need to do. I have a 30-minute time period for planning, and then I have lunch, and then I have 30 minutes after that. That's just the way it worked out today for our planning time with the 3-hour delay schedule. So I'm gonna try to do my week at a glance and then go eat lunch and then come back and make copies of this. Let's see, I have this week and then I have next week. So I might as well just run all of it, so that way, maybe even the week after, I should run all 3 of these, so that I have the first week coming back from Christmas break also already done, which will be really nice for that, to have that done before we leave. So yeah, I'm gonna do the week at a glance and then print that, and then we'll see about running the other things. And also I need to turn in my letter to central office, so probably ought to go and do that before I get busy on the week at a glance. Okay, so here's where we're at with the week at a glance. I'm gonna take everything from yesterday and kind of like try to squeeze it over here. So today I'm doing an extra activity because I'm assigning this project. So I'm doing the mini lesson for the HMH survival narrative for the end of Unit 3 project. I'm gonna take that as a Unit 3 test. To show if they can apply what they've learned. So today we're doing this, let me show you. I brought in nerds clusters, and then the students had to use the example of how the one of our stories in our HMH text starts the narrative for a survival moment, and then we're using some of the language from it. So I put this mini lesson in here, and then vocabulary chapter 12 is what I'm getting ready to copy right now to give out to the students and their Lexia practice. Then tomorrow we're going to do another mini lesson on how to use a thesaurus to create more like vivid images, and then they're going to work in stations. So they'll work on their narrative, and also we'll start on the next unit. And then the next day they're going to have time to revise with a partner and work in stations. And then on Friday we will do the selection test for this next lesson, which is unit 4. Yeah, so that's basically how we've kind of crunched 2 weeks into, well, two things together into one, because I wanted to make sure I did the project. I've got a lot of students who don't really have a lot of confidence in themselves when it comes to learning, that they have learned things, but they don't trust themselves that they've learned things. So then they're not like putting forth the effort. So I really wanted to make sure I included a project-based assessment for unit 3. Even though my colleague is just moving on to unit 4, I wanted to stop and take a minute and do that assessment piece, but make it a project so that my students who aren't always successful can find success, and then we can point that back to how that can translate into success on their exams, and not just when they're creating something, because they can create it, they should be able to recognize it and do it, but they don't always have the confidence in themselves. So we're gonna have that little discussion next week to kind of like wrap up our learning for the first semester and send them on their way at Christmas break with like a feeling of accomplishment, that they have done something with what they've learned, and that they will be able to retain it, so they feel good going into semester 2. All right, let's go run these copies really quick. I have 5, 10, 15, 20. I have a little bit more than 20 minutes to get that done. So I don't know. I may not get like more than like 1 or 2 of them. I have 3 here that I can run if I have time, but we'll see. I just got out of the band concert. My students did a really good job, and I'm very proud of them. Today was kind of like a little bit of a difficult day. Well, it was a good day teaching. We had fun with the lesson. The lesson went off as planned, and the kids like it, and they're excited to write, and I'm excited that they're excited to write. So that's good. But even though I put an age restriction on my video, they already posted my position. So even though I wasn't going to talk to my students until the last week of school about leaving and explain everything to them, some of the students have managed to watch the video. I think maybe their parents watch me or something. And so I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but between that and the fact that the district posted my position and there's like social media out there, there's only 2 ELA teachers at my grade level. So when the other one was like, no, it's not me, then it's obvious who it is. So some of my kids started talking about it, and at lunchtime, one of the kids was like, is it true that you're leaving us? And I was like, I don't want to talk about this right now. And then I had to explain because of that, because some of them were talking. So I just had to like go ahead and explain to them today on the spot, which it's all right. Like I'd already thought about how I was going to talk to them and everything. But I just wasn't like prepared to do it today. So anyway, one of my little girls that is really close to me cried. And I hate that. I was like, don't cry, because now you're going to make me cry. I was like, stop. But, yeah, I mean, I knew that was coming, but it was just like, I don't want it to be like one of these things where she's sad for like the next week, week and a couple of days. So I was trying to avoid that, but when they posted the position and everybody started asking questions, I was just like, whatever. Like there's no way to like in a small town, like keep it under wraps. And I was originally gonna like just wait on the video, but then everybody was asking so many questions that I was just like, I just am gonna post a video, because I'll feel better like once the video's done up and people can ask what they want to ask. but I put an 18 plus age restriction on it. So any kid that has watched it has either lied on their profile about how old they are or watched it with like an adult. So, or the adult said, "Is Mrs. Enough lady?" You know. Anyway, yeah. So that was my day today. Really good instruction day. I'm hoping though that now that like the cat's out of the bag, that we could just have fun. Like, obviously work, like we're supposed to over the next week, but just enjoy that the kids and I will just be able to like enjoy each other over the next week. So today is Friday, December 19th, and it was my last day with students here at my current school. If you've been watching me, I am moving to another school in a neighboring district after Christmas. I am working on packing up my things right now, although I'm not going to get it completely finished today. I'm going to get as much of it as I can kind of out of the way in the corner, and then I'm going to come back on the work days and move some more things, but I'm packing things out to my car right now. It's been an emotional week. There were quite a few of my students that, although they gave me a really hard time during the school year about my expectations and made it seem like I was asking like way too much of them behavior wise, when it came right down to it at the end, they were like, "We're gonna miss you, why do you have to leave?" And so I feel good in a way that, you know, I made a difference while I was here, even though I didn't get to finish out my year. I feel like I'm making the right decision for our family though. So it is bittersweet today. We had a good last day. We watched a movie. In each of the rooms, the kids signed up for a different movie. So I had a small group of kids. I was able to work on some things and wrap things up for the end. But yeah, it's been a calm day today, but it's definitely like one of those things that whenever you make a decision, you have to give something up. And there are a lot of students that I'm really gonna miss, and it's not easy to do. So I don't feel like I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm just sort of like, you know, it's just a lot of emotion. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and clear the board of all of these like goodbye messages and put up their social contract for the next teacher, try to move some things in the corner. And then we have a Christmas party to attend tonight. So got to get home and get ready for that.
It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. I don't wanna miss out on the holiday, but I can't stop staring at your face. I should be playing in the winter snow, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. Shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe. coasting like a hot July. I should be chilling with my folks, I know, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. Word on the street, Santa's coming tonight. Reindeers flying through the sky so high. I should be making a list, I know, but I'ma be under the mistletoe. Shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe. Shawty with you, shawty with you, under the mistletoe. Hey love, the wise men followed us, love, the way I follow my heart, and it led me to a miracle. Hey love, don't you buy me nothing, 'cause I am feeling one thing, your lips on my lips, that's a merry, merry Christmas. It's the most beautiful time of the year. Lights fill the streets, spreading so much cheer. I should be